Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. All the flock, they don't learn how to fish for themselves. They learn how to wait on something to fish for them, to give them something. Now, Jonathan, on the other hand, Jonathan had another idea. Jonathan wanted to learn something. And so Jonathan was always trying to figure out a way to figure out how to do something. How to fly higher, faster, further, how to dive deeper. Now everybody was mad at Jonathan for doing that kind of stuff. Nigga, you ain't supposed to want to do that. What? All you need to do is learn how to do what we've been always doing. Yeah? And what happened is your parents will mess around and put you out. Your boyfriends, your girlfriends will mess around and stop wanting to be your boyfriend and girlfriend because you ain't following how we've been doing this. And you need to do what we've been doing. And all of a sudden you're being outcast. And that's what Jonathan had to go through. But Jonathan was real serious. And even when Jonathan made a mistake that might have really cost Jonathan, he had just gotten to a point where he had actually learned how to get to another dimension. You see, where how fast the speed of light?
186 miles.
Approximately what?
186,000 miles.
Approximately 186,000 miles per hour. You ever watch Star Trek? How fast can they fly? How fast, on Star Trek, how fast can the ship fly?
Warp 6.
Warp? Warp what? So they got warp and Mach and all that, right? Stratum and quantum and all kinds of speeds, right? Huh? So you know how fast the speed of light is, right? How fast is the speed of thought? Oh, it could be faster than the speed of light. Now, Jonathan actually went on to some kind of way to learn how to fly at the speed of thought. Now, I'm hoping that little one over there and these little ones, if they're paying attention some kind of way, even if they're not paying attention, they learn to fly at the speed of thought. We're going to change some things, because now that's flying. But now what is flying? Flying is a metaphor for thinking. And that's what we're learning how to do. We're learning how to think. And understand, thinking is not something that I know everybody seems to believe. They think that thinking is something that just happens, just naturally. Everybody do it. Now that's weird, isn't it? You've been thinking it all your life, haven't you? Ever look up think? No. Have you ever? Wait a minute now. How do you know you were thinking and you've never looked the word up? You use this word with a quality of thought, but you've never bothered to look the word up. Well, how do you know you were doing what you believe you're doing? You don't know anything about the word, yet the word is a symbol for something. The word is a symbol for a process. Now tell me, where did you learn the process? You learned it in school, didn't you? They actually had a class that taught you thinking, right? I'm going to thinking class. Put on your thinking caps. And this is weird. The thinking cap looked like a Ku Klux Klan outfit. Big dunce cap. What? Now I want you to understand what we're doing. What I'm trying to get you to do, open up your dictionary and look up thinking. Or think. Where's it come from? Come on, we'll do this right quick before I get out of here. Is it 8:30 yet?
No, that is.
You think I'm crazy. He said thinking is thought. Yeah. And where does thought lead us?
Thoth.
To Thoth. And who is Thoth? Who was Thoth? Thoth. You said over here, I heard over here someone said Tahuti. Who said Tahuti? Oh, I heard someone say Tahuti. Now we got to find out who Tahuti was. Now we might be actually finding something that we can relate to when we find Tahuti. When we find thought. Now, in other words, I don't need anybody imagining for me what any of this stuff is. I need to know how to go in and decipher these books and find out about thought, which comes from Thoth. Who's Thoth now? Did anyone find Thoth? Or Tahuti? The God of wisdom. What now?
The God of wisdom, inventor of art, science, and letters, representing.
You mean this God invented what? art, science, wisdom. What?
Science and letters.
Letters. Well, what's a letter? What's a letter? You remember when you were little and they say, you know your granddad is unlettered. Don't you remember that? You don't remember that? Well, see, once upon a time, we had to be lettered. Is that right, Mr. Bell? We had to, if we weren't lettered, we were not going to be able to make it. See, because if we were lettered, we would gain knowledge. We were gaining knowing when we gained letters. And now, guess what? Now I have to do the study, and I get to finding out that at Oxford and Harvard and all of these big schools all over the planet, their lettered people are doing epistemological work. And they're tracing every bit of knowledge to the original letter. You see, the character, the mark that we become is based on the letter that we have actually learned in order to know. And knowledge is power. You follow me? So now if we're going to be knowledgeable, we're going to learn how to do the epistemological work.
So it would help if we learn what the alphabet is.
We must learn each letter of the alphabet. Long before you get to reading Krishnamurti and John Jackson and all of that, learn the alphabet. Now, don't you feel strange? You're reading all these powerful books and you can't even discuss with your child what the letter A means. Come on.
Where do we find that, learn it? Where do we find that?
You see, you're going to study with me, right? I got you. But see, like he made this book up? He's made this book up? Well, see, you're about to get this that will allow you to make your own books up. All right? Show your book, girl. All right? Now, hopefully, all of us are going to have books on the alphabet. Now, I know some of y'all would rather have a book by Tony Browder. I understand that. Me personally, I think you should use my book. Me personally. You know. Now, I don't have any problems with Tony Browder coming up with the alphabet in a correct manner. I do have problems when people start studying the ancient Egyptian alphabet and it starts out with Horus being hawk or vulture or bird. I'm not saying that that is not an ancient Egyptian alphabet. It is an ancient Egyptian alphabet. But that particular alphabet did not become this language that you are reading in order to learn now. If that didn't become this, then right now I don't think that one has time to deal with that. What I need that one to deal with right now is this. So I need them to understand that relative to the Rosetta Stone and relative to them unearthing the Rosetta Stone in 1795 and Champollion the Elder and Champollion the Younger, deciphering the Rosetta Stone, and now in school that child is being taught A is alligator, A is apple, and B is ball. Well, that's nonsense. See, according to the Rosetta Stone that was unearthed in 1795, A means ox.